Hey guys, Nick here with Warriors Next Adventure. I'm starting another podcast here with Chad Miller. I served with him 2006 to 2012. We were in the same tech school together, which is like A school for you Army fucks. And we went to our first duty station together. We deployed to our first deployment together. Maybe, what was that, like 2 weeks after we got out of our ALS?
Maybe. No, I think it was, maybe 2 weeks.
We didn't even get off training. Like, we never even worked our regular job. We call it flight in the Air Force when you
We did that.
when you work your job.
We did that active shooter thing back there in the old jailhouse at Seymour, and went left straight from there.
Fun. All right, Chad. Tell us a little about your experiences in the military.
Well, like you said, we joined, I think, pretty much the same time. Went through basic. Didn't know each other in basic. Knew each other a little bit in tech school. Not a whole lot.
What squadron were you in basic?
323rd.
Okay, I was 321st.
You probably know exactly what. We were like the Vipers or some shit. I don't know.
I think we were the Panthers, the Predators, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't fucking. Yeah. It was a kitty cat. Our logo was a kitty cat, like
little kitty cat. Yeah. Ours just represented the same exact logo as a snake bit, so nobody even liked it. So, but yeah, we went through tech school together and knew each other a little bit then, and then started to hang out a little bit more as we found out we were going to the same base with a few other people. But
we knew Blum in tech school, right?
I think so. I think it was just she was one of the ropes, but I don't think we really talked to her in tech school, along with because Metz was there too.
Yep.
So I think it was Metz and Blum, you and me. So
okay, yeah, and then we all went to the same duty station. That's right. We had like 2 weeks off for like recruiters assistance. That was called.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. That was fun. I just fucked up. I had to go back to my high school. Dude, we had to go back to my high school, and like I was in full uniform and everything, and I'm just standing there, and a bunch of people come up and talk to me, and like, oh my God, Nick, I was like, you, I don't fucking remember you. But
did you wear your blues for that?
Yeah, we had to.
I think they let me wear the old school BDUs. They didn't make me wear blues.
Oh man, I didn't. I was a piece of shit. I didn't shave my first day of recruiter's assistance. First thing she did was, "Did you fucking shave? What the fuck, dude?" And I was like, "I'm sorry, shit. I don't have my razors." She's like, "You realize you're in the Air Force now. You need to fucking shave."
Nah.
Calm down.
Typical spiel. Yeah, my recruiter was cool as shit. Sergeant Wilson. I still got him on Facebook. That dude's traveling all over the place. I think he's already retired by now, which he should be.
I had Sergeant Lucas. She was a sweetheart. Such a nice lady. She was awesome. Like, we actually had a lot of fun together. We were hanging out. So she was cool. If you're listening, hi.
That's like Sergeant Mitchell, my TI. And I've run into him as a staff sergeant at Seymour when I was a staff sergeant. Kind of demoralizing when you tell him you went to he pushed you in basic training and now you're a staff, he's a staff, and he just gives you that look.
Yeah.
So you know how it goes.
Well, shit, I was a fucking I was an E4 Mafia for years, dude, because I got in trouble in 2009.
I was there.
It's 2010. I don't remember.
No,
dude, I had to sweep a sidewalk every day in Iraq for fucking 30 days. It's such bullshit because I get done with a 50-foot stretch and you look back and there's already fucking moon dust all over it again.
And that was probably bullshit. That was 3 weeks after I got in trouble.
Something like that. I don't know.
Well,
man, you go crazy overseas, dude.
What we failed to mention is that we were roommates in a 2-man room when we both got in trouble.
Oh fuck, that's right, dude. We had the rock band set up.
Yeah.
It's the brain damage, dude. I forget a lot of shit now.
No, dude. There's sometimes I'll be talking to like Tony Z, and he'll like bring something up, and I'll be like, "Holy shit, dude! I don't even forgot all about that."
Yeah.
But yeah. No. So we got out of tech school. We got to Seymour. We left for our good old cakewalk in Qatar.
Dude, weren't we supposed to go to like Talil or some shit? Like we were supposed to go to Iraq, and then it got canceled, and then they sent us to Qatar.
I think it was either Talil or Saad. I think it was all Saad, and they ended up pushing us to. But yeah, then we were in 07 in old Candyland with the same thing you talked about last time about the DQ and gym.
It was so hard, man. You guys don't understand the struggles that we had in Asalea, Qatar back in 2007, man. That it was so difficult getting out of that pool to walk 2 feet to knock on the
Was
window of the
that
Chili's to order your food.
was
It was
that
such
was that during
bullshit.
was that when the Buffalo Jills were there swimming in the pool? Was that when that?
Oh yeah, I was totally in the pool that night too. I was like, oh shit, I need to leave. I couldn't
Yeah.
get out of the pool, man.
Oh man, that's, yeah, it was like you got Buffalo Bills cheerleaders in the pool, and we're sitting there getting ready to go to Chili's, just getting off work and selling and buying our beer from our 3 beer limit.
Oh yeah, it was fun,
But,
man.
yeah,
It sucked because like it was a little depressing just because you're pretty new to the military and you're on a deployment and
right.
we're all pretty close, but I was a little bitch on that deployment. Like,
Dude,
I didn't.
I
Yeah.
lived that one the same way I lived pretty much almost every deployment, man. I've always been kind of like everyone goes off and does their thing. I go hit the gym, or I'll go and I was always doing something. I was always on the phone. That's what it was. I was always in the little phone because we didn't wait in line for the pay phones in Qatar. No, we had our little private
It was
phones.
nice. We had plenty of room, plenty of time.
We had our private phone, kick your feet up,
Well,
talk
we
to your
had-
family.
We had that warehouse, right? And then all of our connexes were stacked inside the warehouse, but there was a front room with like 7 or 8 phones.
Yeah, usually with our
Always
shit,
had
like,
access.
there was like 2 people on there at a time, so you just go in there, kick your feet up, and talk. And then you
Did
had.
we work day shift on that one?
I believe we were, yeah, because we were definitely, it was hot as hell when we were working.
Dude, fucking A, dude. That day that we were sitting out on, do you remember what the post name was? The 240 lookout? That wasn't Juliet, was it?
I think it
What do we
was.
call that shit? Juliet 1, Juliet 2? Like,
Was
Juliet
that-
2 was the guy
that
that
was
walked
out
out
by-
and sat with the Qataris.
Yeah, that was the one where we went all the way out there by we had the Nepalese guards. Used to get all the food from the Nepalese guards.
Oh, dude, the Ponzit, man. I used to pay the little
Dude, that's
fucking...
what it is. Dude, I've been wondering what that was for years.
She was Filipino, and I got to know her because I worked at the palace a lot, and she told me to ask her friend that worked the front gate. She's like, hey, ask her to make you some Ponzit. And I was like, what the fuck is that? And so I asked her, I was like, hey, how much would it cost to make me some Ponzit? And I figured she'd make me like a bowl like that and bring it to me. She brought me a fucking giant, like 12 by 9-inch pan, dude, for $20. I was like, there's no way this was fucking $20. And she's like, no. I was like, look, I don't care how much it costs. Thank you. I just want to eat it.
Dude, I'm
shit
glad
was
you
so
mentioned
good.
that, man. Because I've been trying to figure out what that was for years.
Yeah, it's a Filipino dish, dude. It's so good.
I don't know why I just didn't send you a message and say, hey, yo, what the fuck was that called? The whole time you've known this, and I've asked like 5 people that went with us, and no one knew.
I loved it. And then there was one day I went out to Juliet to, I think when you walk out and you sit with the Qatari National Police.
Yeah.
And I asked them, I was like, so do you guys ever like go to like the Arby's and the KFC and shit? Because like, if anybody doesn't know, Qatar has every fucking restaurant that we have. And I actually went up and asked him, I was like, hey, is there any way we could shoot down to Arby's real quick? He's like, oh, yeah, sure. And he just starts driving. And I just left with these guys. I went down and got fucking Arby's, and I sat and I bought it for him and shit. It was great.
Jeez.
It tastes like shit, but it was like, whatever. It's better than regular food.
I remember the first week there and seeing the Qatari local nationals out there working, and I'm down on like 13 bottles of water, and these guys, you're offering them one, and they're like, no, sir, I'm good, sir. It's like
No, sir.
12 hours later, they haven't even touched the water bottle, and they're just like not sweating, and you're sitting there looking like a little bitch.
Dude, I left that deployment. I got home, and I was like 150, maybe 145 pounds when I got back from the deployment just because of the heat, man. It was so hot.
Yeah.
It was average like 120 degrees like every fucking day. It sucked.
Well, you remember coming back from that one where we had caught all that shit for I'm not even gonna mention any names, but someone who sat in their room and drank protein shakes and didn't work out for calling home, telling everyone we're getting mortared and shit, and we got called the Qatar heroes for a while.
Dude, that was terrible. This motherfucker. Oh, I forgot about that. This dude's like, man, I've been eating this protein powder for months, man, and I'm not losing any weight. It was like, dude, are you working out? He's like, well, no. It's like, that's why, you dumb shit.
He was doing push-ups while he was playing Xbox. He'd do like 20 push-ups a day.
Yo, Judd, Daniel Judd, what's up, bro? He fucked with him so much, dude. It was hilarious.
Dude, it was
It's
kind of
like,
hard.
why am I not getting big?
Using that star card on the pro team.
He bought an Xbox of that shit too.
Yeah.
Oh fuck. Oh, that kid. Do you remember? I don't want to say his name. I don't want to irritate people. But do you remember that really Christian guy?
Oh yeah. I still talk to him.
Always played the guitar. Oh really? Okay,
dude,
yeah. He was.
Dude, he still does live shows on. He still does live shows on Facebook.
Oh really? Dude, he's a nice kid.
Yeah,
You should connect with him again. I want to say hi to him.
Yeah.
But
no, I
I'll
talk to him.
never forget.
It's random.
I'll never forget that last day, dude.
Yeah.
When I think it was me, Judd, and maybe Brian Morton. I'm not sure
exactly where you're going with this.
We spent like fucking $30 on condoms, and we shoved it in all of his shit, like inside his guitar, inside of like all of his clothes and his backpack.
For months. For months, he was catching shit for that.
I can't remember if he called you or called me, but he was like, Did you guys put condoms in my stuff? My wife's really mad. I was like, oh my god.
He wasn't even.
It was like 3 weeks later, dude.
Dude, he wasn't even married yet. He was engaged, and it was like.
Oh,
and remember, he used to every song he played on the guitar, man. And he knows who he is, but he always played the hell out of the guitar. It was always John Denver. Always John Denver. I love
listening to him play. He was really good, man. I really enjoyed listening to him. That was nice when you're deployed. You get a little something like that to listen to. It was nice.
Yeah, we left there. We got back from being Qatar heroes for a while. We were home for what, like a couple?
It was like 3 months, man. Yeah. Like we all got back from our term or our leave. Like we have like 14 days. No, we had like a month, right?
Right. Yeah, we didn't work flight. At least I didn't work flight.
I went out
to heavy weapons school.
Yeah, I don't remember if we did or not, man, at all. But yeah, so I think we were there I think I was on flight for like maybe 2-3 weeks or something like that. Because I remember working and everyone's like, okay, you're going to be Alpha 1. I was like, I don't know what to do. Because we literally had never worked our job. We've been in the Air Force over a year, and we've never done our job before because we went overseas right away. And I remember sitting down, and what was that kid? He was like half black, super athletic kid.
I don't know.
Fuck was his name?
That was pretty much half of them there.
True. No, he was a nice kid. I think it was like McCullough or some shit.
McDonald?
No, not McDonald.
Yeah, I was gonna say I haven't talked to him in a while.
I don't know. Anyway, so he brings me out there and drops me off, and I'm just sitting there. I don't know my call sign. I don't know nothing because they didn't train me on anything, and they just assume that I've been in for a year. I know what I'm doing, and they apparently they called me like 3 or 4 times, and they came out like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Start screaming at me. So I was like, "I don't know. I don't know what to do." And then I think it was Sergeant Lilly came out. He's like, man, what the fuck are you doing? He's like, what the fuck are you doing? He's like, dude, I don't know.
You still talk to that guy?
I follow him on Instagram. We chat here and there. I chat to Sergeant Thomas every once in a while.
I haven't seen either one of them. I've heard from them since after Qatar. But we were gone, so much. It was just like you could see somebody and not see him for 4 years and think they PCS, and all of a sudden they're like, oh yeah, we've been on different rotations.
Like, dude, don't I know you? Like, well, we deployed together like 3 years ago. I was like, oh shit, what's up?
No, you're still here.
So we ended up going to that was Fort Lewis, right?
Yeah. Well, so, remember we left for Fort Lewis? Remember Senior Stanford? Big black Senior Stanford, motherfucker. Everything was motherfucker.
Oh, with the shitty fucking beret.
Dude, he's
like somebody just dropped it on his head.
He's a full-time civilian in Qatar and Kuwait now.
Oh shit!
I ran into him a couple months ago, but when he hopped on the bus, he's like, "Where you motherfuckers going?" We're like, "Okay." He's joking. He's like, "No, seriously, where you motherfuckers going?" We're like, Iraq? Oh yeah, that place is dangerous. Have a good trip. Bye. As we're heading off to Fort Lewis to train with the Rangers and shit.
Wait, didn't we went to Nevada first for 50 cal school, right?
Yeah, we went to Creech.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we flew into Las Vegas, man. fucking beautiful casinos everywhere. I'm like, nope, get your asses out to the desert. Like,
well, remember Sergeant Wilson? Good old Sergeant Wilson.
Sergeant Wilson. Man, my memory's terrible, dude.
Yeah, he was pretty much my. I don't think he ran any of the convoys with us, but I'm pretty sure he was either on a different convoy or with BOS. But I remember he was at the casino at the airport playing with my money, and they're like, "Hey, you're 15 feet too close to the machine. I'm staying like 20 feet away while he gambles all my money away in like 5 seconds." Yeah, we went up there. We did the heavy weapons school in Creech.
Well, we were like 19, right?
Oh God, yeah. I think it was 19 or 20.
Young. It was 2000. When was that? No, because I think we turned 20. Yeah, I think I turned 20 just like as I was getting back from Qatar, because November 2007.
Yeah, I turned 20 in December. So yeah, we're like
okay, we were 20 years old then.
Yeah.
Damn.
Left for Fort Lewis, did our training with the Rangers, repetitive, seeing the rain, hail, sleet, and snow all in one day. And then we did the hanging out with Zastadil in the hooches, and what was that guy, Ryan something, called himself Ryan the Veteran, played guitar all the time outside the
that
World War II barracks.
Guy. He always yelled at everybody, same like, Radiohead's the best fucking band ever. If you don't agree with me, fuck you. Like,
dude, I went downtown.
Chill.
I went downtown with him to see some like local band, Murder by Death, and they're actually pretty decent. But we went downtown to see him. He's standing there the whole time like, it's not Radiohead. I'm like, well, no shit. We're downtown. We're at a little fucking hole in the wall bar, you know. But yeah,
I got this tattoo there.
Oh shit, that's right. I remember that.
Yeah, well, then I designed it like while I was in training and shit, and I was like, oh, that'd be cool to get this. And like I think, was it me, my ex? Did you come out there with us?
I don't think it was, no, I think it was. I want to say Zastido and his wife at the time.
Oh yeah. It was Zastido and his wife.
You guys did your thing, and I ended up going. I was supposed to be flying home. Like I wasn't supposed to. I was gonna try to fly home. And Tony just reminded me of that yesterday when I talked to him. He's like, "Yeah, remember you were going to fly back to Ohio?" But I ended up going downtown with that kid Ryan. So, but it was a good time. It was a good time downtown Seattle with all the hippies everywhere.
Yeah, it was fun, but I would never want to fucking live there. Fuck that.
No. Yeah, we left from there. It was right after there. We went straight to Buka, and I got there a couple days after you guys.
What was that base we flew into?
That would have been Ali Asalim.
Was it Ali?
Yeah, it was Ali in the old tents.
Kuwait, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and then we flew in with the helicopters. There was a group of people that were late, and they because of the sandstorm, they got.
You guys flew in a helicopter. I was one of the ones in the last group that we got on the Blackhawks 3 times, and we hit a sandstorm, and then they finally said, "Here, hop in this truck, and we're gonna drive." Oh,
you guys had the convoy?
Yeah. That. The thing has no suspension. We're hitting every bump, and I'm like, this is great. All my gear's still in Kuwait.
Didn't you guys get to go see the Puddle of Mud concert, though?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, that's cool. I was kind of upset about that. I really wanted to see them.
Yeah, we were kind of like chilling out. Just, it was pretty good. It was a good concert. I remember that. But there was only 5 or 6 of us. That was when Zastido really started to freak me out, when he was just sitting there killing mice back and forth in the tent. Killing them, literally slaying them, man, stacking them in the porta potties. It was like going out of style. But yeah, we got to I got to Buka, and they threw me on that good old Scorpion 1.5.
Yeah, man, that was fun.
Dude, that was
I talked to, I'm calling you out, Sergeant Gaskins. God damn it.
Oh, fuck, man.
I sent him a message. He still lives up in Philadelphia, and I'm trying to get him to drive up to Mount Marcy with us. So you need to message him too and try to get him to go, man.
I'm gonna harass him.
I'm gonna tag him in this video when we post it.
Dude, the minute we get off here, I'm gonna shoot him a message on Facebook and call him out. Dude, the best squad leader we ever had, hands down.
He fucking yelled at us when we were stupid, but he was fair at the same time. He was always nice to us. He always hung out with us. He was probably the best leader that I had in the military. Absolutely, hands down.
Oh, he dealt good with our shenanigans, and he actually stirred up a lot of the shenanigans. I mean, you got to. Who's your fire team leader in your trucks? Was it Sergeant Oaks?
I was with Sergeant Learn. I was with Sergeant Learn first, and then I got in an argument with what's his nuts? I didn't like that kid. He threw a fucking box of garbage. This is the stupid shit you freak out about in Iraq, right? So he put a box of garbage on my chair in my room. A bunch of protein liquid spilt all over my chair,
Dude, I
and I
remember
knew
that
it was
shit.
that motherfucker because I was the only A1C, the E3 in that fucking room. So they expected me to take out the garbage all the time. I was like, "Fuck you, dude." I was like, "No, I don't give a shit about rank. You don't throw your fucking shit. That's all your protein bottles." And it leaked all over my chair. I was pissed, and then I lost my shit, and I yelled at him. I called him some names, and I was kind of a dick. So if you're listening, sorry,
I was with
I guess you're kind of a dick. So whatever. But yeah, so I got yelled at, and I got an LOR, shit like that. Whatever, no big deal.
yeah, I was in with Spare, Sergeant Spare. Oh, as you would like to call him during the deployment, the meathead. But
He did.
Him and
He got
him and
so
Fisher,
mad at me.
Yeah, him and Fisher, man. And Fisher was like, dude, when I get back from this deployment, dude, I'm out of the military. And he was, I'm off the face of the map, dude. No one has heard from him since. That dude disappeared.
Dude, no, I forgot about that kid. He's such a nice guy, and he just gone.
Remember his internal bleeding playing flag football?
No.
Came in our room. We were in I'm not sure which room. I think you were in like a building over from me. But he like walks in our room. It was me and Spare on the end with his big old Eagles fucking flag. If he listens to this, I'm gonna tell you right now, I enjoyed it when Pittsburgh went to the Super Bowl and I got to call him and tell him that the Eagles got knocked out. But I tell you what, man, it's when we were all playing flag football and Fish walks in at like 1 a.m. He's like, yo, Mustafa. And then there's someone else in the room and Mustafa's out. And he has somebody else. He's like, dude, look at my nuts, man. It's like the size of a grapefruit.
Oh, shit.
Sure as shit they had to go and take him. He took Tino's, I think it was Tino, if he's listening, his thumb, cut his thumb right in his stomach. And next thing you know, he's got his fucking nuts are swelling up.
Jesus Christ, man.
But you remember I'm sure you remember why we were there, other than the dub hunting and stuff, when Tino was out sunbathing. We had a little call through the desert.
I don't remember who it was. I think it was the commander walked out, and this motherfucker's laying there with his shirt off on top of a Humvee. Like, why is that bad? Why is that not a cool thing? Like, yeah,
flight suit unzipped down past his ass, and he's just hanging there.
Well, that's the stupid shit of the military, man. Like, see, he's sitting out sunbathing. We're in Iraq. We're sitting there. We're on QRF. We have no job for the day. Like, I think we were cleaning vehicles or some shit, but we were just sitting there waiting, and he was just sunbathing. Who cares? I think Sergeant Learn was too, and they got yelled at and shit, and I think they got pulled in front of the commander and yelled at. He's like, "Fuck, this is so stupid." Some of the shit we got in trouble for was so dumb.
You know what? I'm gonna throw myself under the bus here. When we were in Buka and you started doing your whole MMA stuff, and we were all like joking around with you, making fun of you, because I just listened to it on the headphones every time we go to Basra or to Safwan Hill, and they'd you and Sergeant Spare going back and forth, not looking out for any IEDs at all. We could have all been leveled half the time. But
I did pretty good. All right?
You did good, but I'll call myself out, man. I was the one that backed out of the fight because I knew you were about to knock me the fuck out. I'm like procrastinating like crazy. You're like, oh yeah, you and me, we're gonna box in the Buka boxing ring, and I'm like, sure, man. 2 weeks later, I haven't done anything, lift weights and fuck off, and you're like, oh man, you ready? And I'm like, sure, man, sure. And I'm like, I don't remember who it was. I don't know if it was Spare. It might have been Spare. We're in the room. He goes, dude, you're going to get knocked the fuck out. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to get knocked the fuck out. I'm not doing it in front of 1,000 people. I know for damn sure. But you whooped it. I remember you cleaning that kid's ass, and I was like, fuck, man, I'm glad I didn't. That first round,
I lost the decision. That first round, I fucked him up.
Yeah.
But dude, I was new to fighting. That was my first fight, so I lost. I used all of my gas in that first round. I fucked him up in that first round. I way out punched him, and I almost dropped him twice. And then that second round, I'm like, I was like, fuck, I got nothing, man. So it was kind of back and forth. And then the third round, he fucked me up, dude. He broke my nose, like he deviated my septum. Man, it was bad.
Yeah,
but it was.
I think you asked me for like 6 months.
Pretty cool to fight in front of everyone.
Hey man, come roll with me. I'm like, no, I'm good. Half the time sitting there, I'm going to the gym and I'm turning around, going back to my room, eating a bag of Cheetos, watching some stupid show, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is working. No, I think we all got pretty cut up.
Well, we made it. I think it was Sergeant Spare made it a mandatory. We had to go to the gym like every other day,
for like
and
2 hours.
which I'm thankful for that because I probably wouldn't have continued rolling with jiu-jitsu like me and Tommy used to roll all the time. What's up, Tommy? Dude, did I tell you? Where was I? I don't remember where I was, but I ran into the guy, and I think
Tommy?
he was he was down in Iowa training at like a Buffalo Wild Wings or some shit.
Holy shit!
And like he told me he was down there. I was like, get the fuck out of here. I think that was it. I'm not sure. Like I said, my memory's shit. But I went out and I fucking gave him a hug and shit, and I went and ate Buffalo Wild Wings and said what's up to him. Like it was so cool seeing him. Like me and him were we got pretty close in the deployment. We had a lot of fun. It's good times.
I think my 2 hour gym time I spent lifting with Cunningham, because he was with Cunningham. He was with Garrison and those guys.
Yeah.
But they were the ones working detainee ops, so they were just miserable because they had to work with old Rice. So.
Oh, forgot about him.
Yeah.
Ew.
It's all the good names, man. They come back to you eventually. It's like as you tell the story, you start remembering names and shit, and you're like, oh shit, I forgot all those guys are with us. Little Gary Griswold used to lift with me.
Oh, Gary, man, I talk to him occasionally. Like he doesn't have social media, but he's got Messenger, so I'll message him every once in a while. His kid is like, I think his kid's like fucking 3 or 4 years old now, maybe older.
Dude, I haven't seen him since like
he moved up to Minot. He's a Dependa now.
Ooh. Dude, the best thing about Grizz, man, anyone that doesn't know Grizz knows that he's like 4 foot nothing. And dude was jacked. He would go in the gym and he's like, yeah, we're gonna, I'm gonna motivate you. I'm gonna talk some shit to you and lift some weights. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Dude, he fat shamed the shit out of you, dude. It was great.
He's like, dude, it was like, I was even when I started getting in shape, it was like, I've been like dating the same girl for like 9 months, and here comes Grizz. He's like, yeah, dude, I'm gonna talk some shit to you while you're lifting. I'm like, okay, cool. He goes 315 on the bench. His feet aren't even touching the ground, and everyone's looking at him like a little freakish monster. I get on the bench. I'm doing like 185, and he's like, your girlfriend's getting banged by Jody back home, and I'm like, what the fuck, dude?
I remember I was like, Miller, you fat fuck. Like every day, it's like, dude, he's not even fat. Like it's like, shut the fuck up. He doesn't need to know that. He needs to think he's fat, so he keeps getting in shape. And I was like, oh my god.
And here I am.
You got pretty jacked on that deployment, dude.
Dude, here I am, dude. I know I got the dad bug going on. I got to get ready for this hike to Mount Marcy. But, dude, I used to go and I'd get back in my room, get in the convoys, we'd grab the orange, the citrus rippets, cigarettes, and sit in my turret and sit there and be like, oh, I'm fucking fat. Grizz said I was fat. Fucking killing the protein shakes like it's nothing. Just going to the gym running.
Nah, dude, that wasn't on that deployment. That was in 2009.
No, dude, it's all running together.
Yeah, that was 2009 because I don't think Grizz was on. He wasn't at Camp Buka.
Dude, it's once you deploy so many times and you just been all over the place.
Yeah.
Remember Grizz was there fighting in Buka boxing.
Yeah. Wait, no.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. So no, that was 2009 because you guys work out together, and you'd always give me shit for lifting weights, but I was teaching jiu-jitsu. I shouldn't say teaching because I had never had a belt. I only trained no-gi, so I was teaching modern army combatives. So I had groups of guys that would come in and train with us, and I teach the modern army combatives, but I'd focus on jiu-jitsu, and then we did some striking and shit like that. And then I had fought already, so I trained Muay Thai for like 7 months straight. So we were doing a little Muay Thai, holding pads and shit. Like I'm not saying like I was an instructor or anything like that, so I don't need people saying, "Oh, you fucking suck," But it was just us fucking around, and it was fun, man.
Yeah. And there's speaking of Balad, man, that was like we were home for what, in 6-7 months before we went to Balad.
No, that one we were home. We got home from Buka.
November, wasn't it?
It was like November 2008, and my birthday was like 2 weeks after, and I did the 21 shot challenge with Larry Smith and Hannah Kim and fucking Amanda Talbot, and man, I miss those motherfuckers. Geez. I miss our crew, dude. It was
straight
so fun.
Fucking old school right there. Straight old school.
I miss those guys. If any of y'all are listening, I love you guys.
Then it wasn't until what October, November, because we were up there for what, New Year's and Christmas. We went out to Times Square.
Yeah, that was 2000. That was 2000. 2009. I can't remember if it was 2009 or 2010 that I was a combat skills instructor over with Corey Coughlin over in the we trained like the base populace.
It's probably 2009. Because 2010, we were pretty much gone almost the whole year. So, well, up to August.
Yeah, so it was 2009. I was only on flight. So get this shit. I worked flight for 9 days before we went to Buka, right? So I had been in the military for just about 2 years, and I'd worked 9 days of flight.
Yeah, so my first day was after Buka.
Yeah, I did my 1 month leave shit, and then came back, and I worked Christmas, and then I worked January, and then I'm pretty sure I don't remember the exact time frame, but I wish I could remember who the flight chief was, because he was one of the better flight chiefs that we had. What was his name? He was bald. Fuck.
Dude, I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, really nice guy. He's older. He's like a no bullshit kind of guy, but he's really nice, really calm.
Yeah.
But anyway, so he's like, "You're such a hot shot. We're gonna send you over to be an instructor." I was like, "Oh fuck, I don't know what I'm doing." So it's just because of the experience that I had in Buka, because I was the lead gunner, so I was pretty damn good at finding IEDs and shit. So I went there and I taught like actions on combat, like how people need to react when they're getting shot at, how to find IEDs, how to like identify them, how to search people and shit, because a lot of them were doing like detainee escorts. So my job was to teach them proper searching techniques. So there was one day. Yeah, so I was instructing I was there for like 8 months or something like that on a TDY is what they called it. And
shit, how did I not remember that?
Dude, me and Corey Coughlin, that was right when UFC came out on PlayStation 3. So like Monday we didn't have class, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday we had class, and Friday we didn't have class, and we were off Saturday, Sunday. Dude, it was a fucking
I don't remember
baller schedule.
Because I was back office. I went back office with Sergeant Equivally, and I was teaching the TAS course.
Yeah, you were doing TAS. That's right. That's cool.
So
we both did some pretty cool shit, man.
Yeah, because I was teaching the TAS course. And then we left and went to
nice.
That's when we went to Fort Dix and got the piss kicked out of us. And went to and then that's when you whooped everyone's ass in the fast training, which I still remember. Fun. I still remember. They're like, "You want to go?" And I'm like, "No, why don't you take Ron? He's ready for you." And then you started whooping ass, and they're like, and then they sent the big instructor in. They're like, "Nope, done."
No, I did good. I tapped out like 3 or 4 of their instructors, and then.
Do you remember our pre-departure trip to Hooters? I know you do.
Oh yeah. We went down.
It was who was all on that? It was Sergeant Thomas. What was the tall dude's name? Stevens.
That was Stevens. Fuck. Yeah. Stevens was there.
So I remember.
What's up, Steven?
I think I remember it a little bit differently than you do. But we all went to Hooters, and I woke up the next morning, couldn't find my phone, couldn't find my shoes. I had 13 Hooters shirts and calendars, and I had in hot pink writing as I'm coming down drunk off my ass. I remember coming downstairs, looking at my hand and going, because I was previously married. That was when I was married to the ex-wife, and I looked at my hand. It says, "Chad, you spent all your money. Love Hooters." I spent like $900, and Sergeant Thomas was like, "You were like out in the grass barefoot, like you'll never see the ground again." And I'm like, "Dude, I was gone." He's like, "Pretty sure you got thrown out." Yeah. So that's my every time someone's like, "Hey, we're gonna go downtown. You want to go to Hooters?" I'm like, "I'm pretty sure I'm banned from every Hooters on the Eastern United States."
No. Didn't we go to the one down in like Wilmington or some shit?
Yeah, it was a far drive. And then we went over to Philly. I think I rode with you guys. Went to Philly. We all went to New York.
Yeah, that was me, you, and my kid's mom.
And
then we went downtown. That sucked. The pizza sucked, man. New York pizza sucks.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Man,
well, no, my buddy Jason Long, when I fly out to New York, I'm flying to Philly, and I'm hoping my buddy Rob, who I did my first podcast with, I'm hoping he's going to come with. But thanks to you, I'm not going to say who it is. That's up to him to tell us, but, you brought up like, hey, man, I got a guy who really needs this trip to Mount Marcy. And so I put a post on Facebook and I was like, fuck it, let's get him the money. So I had $100 worth of travel points. So I donated that. And then I put a post up, and some sweetheart of a lady messaged me like right away and sent me $100. She's like, "Look, I appreciate what you're doing." So, and then I had a bunch of other people donate like $20 here and there. So that, thanks to you, I raised came out to be like $325.
That's what I think.
And
That's what
then
we were looking at too.
yeah, dude. And then I talked to him, and apparently his dad saw the response, and his dad decided to just pay for it and just donate back the money to the nonprofit.
Oh, nice.
So
Man.
yeah, so everybody who donated to that, thank you. You're gonna make a difference, you know, because this dude, we were all great friends, and I can't wait to see him. So
Yeah,
he's
dude,
gonna come
I'm
up
pumped,
with us,
man. I'm pumped.
Yeah, I can't wait
It's one
to
of
see
those
him,
things,
dude.
man. I haven't seen you guys in shit years.
Did we even see each other in 2012?
I don't think so. I think you got out and I got out. We were just like, by the time everyone was getting out, man. It seemed like all the good people were getting out in 2012. And
well, I hated the world when I got out, man. I hated.
Also did I.
So.
Well, I was getting a lot better because that's when I met my wife. But yeah, no, we went to Balad. Balad was rough because obviously you know about all the shit I got into in Balad.
Yeah, I mean, same here.
And then doing some shady shit, and then I remember, I'll never forget Balad. I remember dealing with back home shit and dealing with, and then you were dealing with your shit, and it was quiet, man. I remember the room, the last like 2 months of our room was just quiet with your head's full of shit, my head's full of shit, and I remember working up in J-Doc with, and I'm gonna give a shout out to him because he's probably one of the better supervisors I've had, believe it or not. You probably, even though I throw that out there, Gary Little.
So, yeah, I like Sergeant Little.
So
He's a nice guy.
Me and Little we were working on the desk the one night, man. I'm in like probably one of the darkest stages of my life to that point. And I just remember sitting there, man, and I was dealing with home shit, and I was talking to my family, and it was just, back home was just fucked up. It was just all fucked up. There, I mean, you know it, you saw it when you got in trouble there. The crew kind of shunned us both.
Like, we were just like, dude, nobody talked to me for a while.
Dude, it was like, you talked to me because we were roommates and we were friends. You talked to me. Yeah. I talked to you. And it was like you and me were like the only two talking to each other.
Well, I mean, I remember trying to help you out with your whole wife situation, dude, because I didn't want you to fucking get like all depressed and shit. So I did my best to try to help you out. But
well, see, that's the thing, man. It seemed like I was hiding it pretty good, man. I was pretty far gone depressed.
Yeah, and, I could tell though. I knew fucking the second you started having issues, I knew. Yeah. So that's why because we fucked with each other a lot. It's kind of that's why I stopped fucking with you so much. Yeah. You know, because I figured let's just not piss each other off.
Right. I think we were like 2 months away from leaving. I'm sitting there up on J-Dock, and I step outside to smoke, and I'm sitting out there, man. I already had the commander telling me you're getting kicked out of the military when you get home, and you're a senior airman, and you never make staff. And I remember Gary coming out to me, and he sat down next to me, and he's like, "Look, man, you got two choices." He goes, "You can either pull your head out of your ass, take your licks, move on, accept responsibility for what you did, move on, and never let it happen again, and stay in. Or you can go home and say, fuck it, get out." He goes, "But you're not in a good place mentally. You're not in a good place anywhere." He goes, "You kind of like, even the people that want to talk to you right now, you're kind of blocking them out just because you're in your own little world." And I remember that conversation like it was yesterday, dude. I'm just sitting there, I'm going, okay, got to make a change. And then I think probably like 2 months later is when we came home, and it was just home life went to shit. You know, came back from 2 weeks leave, 2 weeks R&R, and I'm living with a different person. I'm living with one of my roommates I lived with before I got married. Yeah. That marriage was destined for failure when it started. You saw it. Everybody saw it. It was just one of those things you jumped into.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was in a rough place. I moved out and everything got a little bit better. I haven't.
You seem like you're doing really well, man.
Dude, I'm doing great, man. Like,
so tell me about the auto shop that you started up for a while.
So yeah, after we got out of Balad, and then we went to Bagram, and you kind of did your own thing in Bagram. I did my own thing in Bagram. Yeah. That's when I met my wife, and
we were part of the Reapers, and we went out and did convoys and area security and shit. And you were we waved to you all the time, dude, when we were driving by. Yeah. I remember like, bye.
Yeah, no, that was more of a.
I know him. I know him.
You're stuck
dude,
here and I'm not running.
Yeah, dude, I hated it. We did fuck with everyone that stayed back a lot. It was fun, man. It was great.
It was one of those things, man. We did. But I worked with. I I can't even think of his name. He's gonna kill me for this. Lafette. I worked with Lafette. He was my spotter. I was a shooter for the ADM team.
Lafette. Why can't I remember who that is?
He's a little short tech sergeant, man. He was so disgruntled when he was in. He's still disgruntled, but he's not a cop anymore. So he's a little bit happier now.
Was he at Seymour?
Yeah, he was at Seymour. He just wasn't there. He wasn't there a long time. Watch him. He's gonna be like.
I'm sure if I saw him, I'd know who he was.
Heard you on the podcast with Nick saying I wasn't there long. I was there for like 12 years.
Well, that's the way it works, man. Yeah. We just fucking some people have been there the whole time, you know.
Yeah, so we did our thing. My wife was there, so you know, people say being deployed with your spouse and it's better than being deployed away from them. I beg to differ. It was good, but when you're deployed with your spouse for 6 months, you're sneaking in and out of their room, and everyone's like, then people are like trying to talk shit, and you got the chief. I'm not gonna mention her name. Every time she's telling me the child, she's like, you know you're married, right? And I'm like, yeah, meet my wife. This is Cindy, and fuck off, you know. But yeah,
you know, I still talk to Chief, man. She's cool, man. She's always been very supportive of everything that I've done since I got out of the military. It's like I added her. I don't remember. I added her not too long ago. Maybe it was like 2 years ago. I was still fighting then, but like she was always very supportive of what I did, like with the whole fighting thing. And then, you know, I'm always trying new shit. And then now with this nonprofit, she's been nothing but support. You know, she's always been very encouraging and shit. So
yeah,
Chief she's cool, man. I think she's still in. Yeah, she's still in.
Yeah, I never had much interaction with her. I just remember seeing her in Bagram, and she was just like, "How's your wife?" And I'm like, "She's right here." And I say hi to her. Hello. But yeah, no, we got back from Bagram, and I think that was about the time that, you know, I'm looking at trooper jobs in the Carolinas. I put in for the troopers. Yeah. I got accepted to the troopers, but we were already, you know, my wife got pregnant at the time, and my son was on the way, and so it's like, stay in or get out, and they're like, hey, we're going back to Afghanistan here soon. So I'm like, yeah, fuck that shit. And
I wanted to go back so bad, dude, but I was pissed. You know, Jody came to visit while I was gone. I lost my shit, and me and my ex were going through divorce, and I hated the world, man. I stopped talking to people because I didn't trust anybody. Like I felt like everybody betrayed me, but I shut out so many people that I should not have. Yeah, and I probably burnt a bunch of bridges and shit like that. Yeah, but the people who cared, the people that cared came back when I got out, though.
Right. Yeah, that's like we got back from there. I did the whole thing. I set out. My wife's like, hey, maybe you should stay reserves, and I'm like, no, I'm done with it. And I think it was the 17th of October I got out of active duty, and the 1st of November I was in Buffalo for my first drill with the reserves. Dude, I couldn't take it, man. I just couldn't take it. But
that's good, man.
Still had that mentality, dude. I was just still, I was still a loner, and I got there. I was eligible for tech. I pretty much, tech slot in the reserves. There is no such thing as a staff slot in the reserves. If you're eligible for staff, you just get it. And then tech, I was like the only one eligible. So I went in for a GTC card, and the guy goes, "Oh, no, you're a tech sergeant now." And I'm like, "Excuse me?"
Yeah, this is the only reason why I didn't join the guard here, because they wanted to start me as a senior airman. I was like, "No, I earned staff sergeant before I got out." And I was like, I got promoted to E5 the day I got out. My papers say staff sergeant. My DD-214 still says E4, but I got to take my promotion letter down and get it changed. But it's fuck that.
Yeah, they lost all my stuff from Iraq too. My DD-214 doesn't even say I've been in Iraq, and I'm pretty sure we've been there a few times.
Yeah, I know, right? Wait, why the fuck do I have 2 bronze stars on my Iraq medal, but I've never been to Iraq? That makes no sense to me.
I don't have an Iraq ribbon. I got my Army Achievement Medal from Iraq, but nothing from Iraq. No Iraq medal. But yeah, I got back. I got out. We moved to Buffalo. Part of the agreement was we moved to Buffalo, and I started working on cars, because that was kind of my passion at the time. It's just I always liked cars. I like tinkering around with cars, but I didn't know shit about cars.
Yeah, you showed me some pictures of some cool fucking cars you were working on, dude.
Yeah. So I got up to Buffalo. I went through school. Went through a 2-year school for automotive. Went and got a sweet deal with one of the instructors. Hooked me up with a job. Went from working on oil changes to straight big shit right away.
Nice.
Swapped around a few different places just because of the drive. Ended up at a local, like a real big time local dealer here. Worked there for a while. Deployed again to Kuwait with my reserve unit, and ended up doing.
Oh, you went to Qatar again?
No, Kuwait. Went to Ali Salim.
Oh, Kuwait. Okay.
But I ended up doing. I did flyaway security So we ended up flying to Baghdad every other day, Erbil, Al-Assad. We pretty much did all those. Lebanon, a few other places, Egypt and stuff like that. It's cool places.
Cool.
But you flew every couple days, and your sleep schedule was never right. But it was cake, man. It was just another cake deployment. I got pretty much.
You could sleep on the plane, shit, when you're
Oh
flying.
yeah,
right?
oh yeah. So we did all that. I did all that and had a good deployment there. I got back and ran into one of my partners at the dealer. Went to open up his own shop, so we did that. Thinking of a name for it and came up with. I said, "Shit, man, you've been working in cars for 20 years. You're a veteran mechanic. I'm a veteran. Let's go with Veteran Automotive." So we ended up opening a shop in 2017. We did that for 2 years. I mean, the shop's still going right now. They just seem like they're doing pretty well. I'd go there every now and then, but I had to step away because, probably around, let's say my daughter was born when I was 2 weeks after I left for Kuwait in 2016.
Mm-hmm.
So I had 2 kids, opened up the shop, and then had another kid, kid. And, winter times for the auto shop is kind of slow. But while I was at the auto shop, we teamed up with Western New York Heroes with Lynn and Chris Krieger up here. And those guys are talk about doing great things in Western New York for vets, man. They do all sorts of shit.
Shout out to Western New York Heroes, man. You introduced me to those guys, and they're kind of helping me out with this Mount Marcy thing. I got to get in contact with them again, but they helped me out a lot and gave me a lot of guidance for my nonprofit. So thanks for helping out, man. Yeah,
Lynn was actually in our unit for a long time, and especially when I got there, she was always like the smiling face in the hallway, just a pleasant person to talk to. So, but
her and Chris seem like really nice people. I'm excited to meet them.
They are. They're super cool people, and you want to talk about people that go on the limb. Lynn was actually one that's I keep in contact with her all the time. But so we hooked up with them. We had run ideas across back and forth about a truck for Chris Cote. He's a Snap-on dealer, but I didn't know the whole time he'd been my Snap-on dealer for like 2 years at the dealership and never heard anything about his brother. His brother Jonathan Cote was actually captured and was missing for a while, and then they found out that he was killed overseas. So he had his brother's truck, and his brother's truck had been sitting there for a while, and he said, I want to donate this to a vet. So we had talked to Lynn and Western New York Heroes. They brought the truck to us, and Lynn's like, look, we got this idea for this Operation Automotive, and we can pay up to a certain amount of dollars, but for Jonathan's truck, what we want to do is want to bring it to your shop, go through the whole thing. So we went through the whole thing, and we started that off, kicked it off with a donation to Jonathan's truck, and it was therapeutic, man. It was just like I was just getting out, and I wasn't making the money I wanted to make, and I was in a rough patch here and there, and wife was in school full time for nursing, and pregnant half the time. Like she was pregnant with my daughter. I was deployed. She was pregnant with my daughter, having my daughter in nursing school at the same time, and she was just always real supportive.
And she seems like a fucking gangster.
Dude,
man.
She is a super. She's like a fucking superhero, man.
That's cool, man. I hope I get to meet her someday.
Dude, she'll probably be on the hike. I'm actually trying to.
You think so?
To go on the, I'm pretty sure she's going to go on the hike because
I really hope she comes, man.
I'm gonna keep talking shit to her until she comes.
Well, I talked to Lynn and Chris about that gala in the gala. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm not a fancy fella, so this is something new to me. I'm going to buy a suit in like August or something like that. But I'm flying out to that gala, and I think I'm going to be there for like 2 or 3 days, and it's in Buffalo, so I'll be able to come out and see it.
Here's the thing. Everyone, like all the retired chiefs and seniors and masters and stuff, they usually go to the gala, and a bunch of people go to it from a unit, and they all wear their blues, man. I went last year in representing the shop, dude. So I wore a nice suit and everything, and everyone's like, dude, you should be in uniform. I'm like, no, it's not my thing, man.
Dude, can I wear my blues?
Yes. For the gala, I would say yes for the gala, because there's a lot of people that have gotten out that still wear their uniforms for the gala. They're either retired, most of them are retired, but there's a few that I'm pretty sure have gotten out that have not retired, that were like with the unit for a while, that came in their blues. So, and they usually get a big picture.
Can you help me find the general orders for that? Because I'm always curious, like, what's a situation where I can actually wear my blues, because I can still fit my shit, most likely. Well, when I got out, I was about one. Wow, maybe not, dude. I think I might be like fucking 30 pounds heavier than I was. But I'm muscular.
Yeah. You're like,
I'm
dude,
just
you're in better
kidding.
shape than me, man. I got the dad bod going. I'm rocking it. I'll be set
Hey,
by the time I get to Mount Marcy, though.
awesome, dude. I hope she can come, man. It'd be really nice to see her. If anything, I'll see you guys in November when I come out for the gala.
Oh yeah, dude. I don't know where you're planning on staying for the gala, man. You're more than welcome to crash at my place. I got the lake out
I
there.
gotta talk to Lynn and see like what's going on with that. If anything, fuck yeah, dude. I'll come out and fish with you every day. Sure.
Yeah. Well, it's gonna be the middle of November, dude. November in Buffalo.
Oh, shit.
Well, ice fish,
Fuck.
man.
All right, cool. We'll figure something out.
Yeah. So what was it?
Wait.
So
Go ahead.
we donated all those cars with the shop. I had to get away from it because obviously running a business with 3 kids going downhill. It wasn't really the shop wasn't going downhill. It was just wife was a psych nurse, which is part of the reason why I'm doing so well. It's because she pretty much diagnoses me every time I talk to her. She's like, hey, she'll sit there and look at she'll look at one of her medical books. She goes, you know what I think you got? And I'm like, I'm fucked up. You know. She's like, well, we already know that. Let's dive into something else. But no, she's she's a
It's
psych
like
nurse.
Googling your symptoms or something like that. What's that called? WebMD or something like that?
Dude, she's like she doesn't even Google anything. She just looks at me and she's like, according to the DSM-5. And I'm like, oh, okay. Medical book? Yeah, it's a medical book. She start quoting off symptoms. I'm like, dude, that's me. I'm all over the place. Yeah, I get it.
Oh man.
But yeah, she's doing the whole nurse practitioner thing now. So I stepped away from the shop partly because, nurse practitioners for psych make stupid money. And everyone at the shop was like, well, shop's going to make money. It's going to make money. But I was kind of in a rough place because, wintertime, we weren't taking home checks. Yeah. So she was having a hard time with the shop. I was having a hard time with the shop. And I ended up finding myself drinking at the shop during work, which is never good. I know a few people from the unit noticed that when they came in. So I think that was about the time I reached out to you because I was in a rough place with her, rough place with the shop. And so then I got the opportunity to come full-time AGR, which is Active Guard and Reserve.
Oh, man.
So it's
I remember you talking to me about that, seeing like debating on if you should take it. I'm like, fucking go for it, dude. Like that. You got to do it. And I hope you enjoy it, man, just because like I know you did enjoy being in the military, and you're a good dude too. So obviously you being in a leadership role, for a guard unit is fucking great for the unit. So and I hope you enjoy it, man.
Yeah, man, it's good. It's good. I actually I put on I think it was a year and a half ago. I put on master, and then I had to take a voluntary demotion for this AGR spot, which is. Rank is rank. I'm not worried about it. All I cared about was food on the table for my family. Kids were taken care of, and that the loss of stress because, reserve, you got the reserve side, you got your civilian side, and then you got your military side. So
absolutely.
So I figured, my commander talked to me. Dude's a rock solid commander, man. One of the best I've ever seen. Good. He goes, hey, cut it down. He goes, come full time. You make good money. You'll be able to help your family out, and I pretty much opened up to him when I went in his office. I'm like, look, man, I'm in a bad place. He's like, yep. Yeah. Okay. He goes, well, there's a spot open up, put in for it. And wife's helped me get on track. Western New York Heroes has helped me get on track. I've had to go see a counselor for a while just to get out there, man, because I didn't really reach out to any of you guys like I should have. I was in a dark
I'm glad
place,
you did reach out, man, because that's right around the time where I started doing this whole Warriors Next Adventure thing, because I noticed it. Obviously, I've shared my story a million times, but this whole thing isn't just for everybody. I mean, it's for me too. Like this, going out hiking, talking to veterans, getting veterans out, getting them active, trying to help improve their lives. I've become addicted to helping people, at my job, and I'm a 911 dispatcher still. So
it's therapeutic, man, just to help people. Yeah. That's what I noticed when I was donating cars. It's therapeutic.
It's good.
And that's like you've been saying when you were talking about that's why right when I saw your thing, I jumped on there and told you, send you as much support as possible because I see what you're doing, man, and I see obviously we're bringing people together, and you and me are reaching out, trying to bring as many people as we can. I'm throwing every idea I got at you, but
I appreciate it because I need people to help push me and give me ideas and tell me I'm doing a good job.
Like I said, man, I was
I'm just kidding.
A lot of people on the side that I was on for a while working, man. All they saw was. They saw me come to work. They saw my serious side from, E7. You got to be serious all the time, but it's not the case. You could be struggling as an E7, and I was definitely there. I was in a rocky place so everyone would see me at drill, and I think a few people that were E7s caught onto it that I was in a rough place, and you kind of just assume that you expect the problems to be the lower ranking people or the younger guys having a problem with it, but man, it's all ages, man.
Good, man.
And so what you're doing is you're reaching out to all ages and things, and that's why I said I want to do more than just the Mount Marcy hike, because that's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I'm excited, man. I'm glad you helped me round up some people, and I hope you get people from your unit to come down.
Oh, I'm
people from
trying to wrap the
Western
big
New
dog
York,
up, man.
Yeah, let's get as many people there as we can, dude. Fuck it. I talked to a lady whose son is actually in one of the mountain divisions up in New Hampshire, and she shared it with him, and so a bunch of the mountain division guys might be coming down too. So it'd be. I'm excited
Grunell?
just to see who shows up.
You remember
Who?
Grunell?
Grinnell, yeah.
Dude, he's up in New York now. I ran into him at a
he was-
Memorial Ruck March last 2 years ago.
He was in Minnesota for like a week, and or like 2 days or some shit. And he actually came over to my house, and I fucking made him pizza, and we hung out and shit. So it was cool to see him.
I never even talked to him when we were at Seymour.
Yeah.
And he walks up to me at this rock, and he goes, I fucking know you. I said, that's fucking weird, dude, because I know you too, and I'm not from here.
I gotta get a hold of him, man. I haven't talked to him yet.
Dude, get a hold of him because he lives. Yeah. I don't have any ways to get a hold of him, but he lives
I got his info.
He lives like an hour from where we're hiking.
Nice.
And he'll come out there.
All right. Well, hey, dude, we gotta wrap this up. I actually have another podcast coming up too. So I just want to say thanks for being a great friend throughout my time in the military, dude. Like we had our ups and downs, we argued a lot and shit, but that's what brothers do, man. You know.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you've been pretty solid, man. You've definitely been solid for me, even through all the shit. So.
Well, hey, dude. I can't wait to see you. I'm excited. Thank you for all your help so far.
Yeah.
And maybe we can work together with what was the operation for donating vehicles?
Operation Automotive with West New York Heroes.
Okay, so I want to talk to you about that, and then maybe talk to them as well, and see if when I get going, when I get a little bit more finances and everything, maybe I can start helping out, because I've been very good at finding cheap vehicles. Yeah. And fixing them up and selling them. So maybe we can get in on that. So
yeah, absolutely.
All right, man. Well, I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for doing this podcast with me, dude. No problem, I think it's important for people to hear veteran stories, especially people who I've served with, just because it's nice to chat and like remember things, man. Because my memory is not there anymore. So
mine's not either. You start mentioning names and then just start having reminiscing. It's good to go
All right.
back,
So again, everybody, Chad Miller. He's coming out to Mount Marcy, so I just want to say again, thank you, and for reaching out to that other veteran who really wanted to come. Because of you, because of the noise that you helped me make, we got him up to Mount Marcy. So I'll see you in about about a month.
About a month, we get the band back together.
All right, buddy. I love you, man.
All right, love you too, brother.
Later.
Later.